Alright, so Happy New Year. It's the 4th of January 2022, and my channel's anniversary is coming up on the 17th. 5 years of Star or Star Frog or whenever you guys started watching me. If it isn't obvious, if it isn't blatantly obvious, I'm a furry. Look at my persona. It's right here, right in front of you. This is not some channel mascot. This is my actual persona. And so, what can I do to be in the furry fandom and just hang out and socialize with other people? Well, you got two options. You got fur meets and you got conventions. And what I did is that all my friends were going to this Midwest Furry Fest, and I got jealous. I was like, okay, let's see if there's any here in Phoenix, Arizona. And indeed, there was, called Painted Desert Furry Con. Now, I immediately signed up for this because, like, places where I can go where I can talk with other people who have the same niche as me. Yes. And so time rolls around, I get in my car and I drive to the con. Now, first day, awesome. Super awesome. Now, we're gonna be going over some key points or some key things that I liked about the con or some experiences that I had. Also, enjoy me while I'm playing the funny Arbinal because it's funny background. So it's getting towards the end of the day and I'm getting pretty hungry. So I decide to book it down to the nearest McDonald's downtown. And let me tell you, this was the sketchiest McDonald's I've ever been to. Homeless people right there, homeless people right there, homeless people right there. Homeless people were everywhere, especially because it's the nighttime and they're all out there looking for money and they just all lurk at night. And so I parked next to a white van with an old man in it, which probably wasn't the best idea, but we'll get back to that later. And let me tell you, I did not wear the right attire for the occasion. I was wearing a skirt, thigh highs, and a cool Thrasher shirt with a hoodie. I looked probably weird for all these people. So, okay. Anyways, I walk into the McDonald's, and let me tell you, this was the most disgusting McDonald's that I've ever seen. It looked so dirty. There was a goddamn straw wrapper on the ground. The floor looked dirty as hell, so I didn't really care. And here's the thing, I forgot a mask. In this whole thing that's going on right now, I forgot a mask. I left it in the car. What was I thinking? But so in my mind, I had to get out of there quickly. So I just quickly ordered my food, and while I'm waiting, there was this one homeless person that went up to go get their water, and they were saying, "Me, me," and like I think they were trying to point at me, and I don't know what they're saying. But then one of the employees walks out saying, "You have to leave, or I'm calling the police." Which I'm guessing they were homeless, and there was some person. They were there and they needed to leave. They couldn't be in there, and so the woman refuses, and I think they called the police. I don't know because I picked up my food and bolted out of there. I got to my car. The white van with the old guy in it, he was on his phone, so I just slowly crawled out of the parking space and booked it down the street back to the hotel. So yeah, the rest of the night was great. I met a few cool people, Hyper and Skins, the hyena. Those were some pretty cool people. I also met this one YouTuber named Simple Nix or Simply Nix, or sorry if I butchered the name, but furry YouTuber. They go over a bunch of controversies. So if you like controversy and you like drama, you should go look at their channel. Now, driving home on New Year's Eve was probably the worst decision I ever made. People were just driving fast everywhere, and I was just going the speed limit because I am a good boy and it was raining. Next day rolls around, I book it to the convention again, and here is a car meet. There was a first annual car meet at the con, which I think was pretty cool. So the first thing I did was go to the car meet. Well, the car meet had some pretty cool cars. There was a brand spanking new car right there. There was a cool 1982 Nissan. I forgot the name of it, but there was a lot of cool cars there. And what my friend Churro posted about Twitter about it, and let me tell you, there's this one guy, this JDM, which he doesn't even own a JDM car, I don't think, just started trash talking and called them traffic level cars. Now, I drive a traffic level car, a 2015 Mazda 3, and I love that car. And when I mentioned it about that I drive a Mazda 3, it's like, oh my god, my friend drives a Mazda 3 too. Like, be quiet, you called the cars at the car meet traffic level cars. The only reason why I wanted to go there because there was a Bronco, and that's in Forza 5, and I love that. I love the Bronco so much. It's such a cool vehicle. And yeah, second day wraps up. I talked to some friends, and let me tell you about the sponsor lunch. So I paid 140 bucks to be a sponsor, which means I get a free lunch. Now the first day, it was a pretzel. It was this big pretzel, but I didn't call that a lunch. So I was like, okay, I gotta bring my lunch for the second day. The second day, guess what was for lunch? A brownie, fruit, veggies and fruit, and a brownie. Good thing I brought my own lunch that day, and I also brought lunch the third day because the third day was also kind of the same thing. While driving home on the second day, I was kind of sad. Like, I don't know why I was sad. Like, I had to leave the con, I'll be back the next day. Actually, no, I'll say what it is later. But third day rolls around, and I didn't want to get out of bed. I was tired, I was exhausted, but I knew I had to get up and go to the con that day because it's the last day, and I want to say goodbye to all my friends, and yada yada yada, all that crap. So third day rolls around, I'm hanging out at the con. I have had a lot of fun, though I'm 6 months away from being 18, and most of the panels and stuff there was 18 plus, which I couldn't go to, so that kind of made things a bit boring. So we just fast forward to the end of the day. It's over, do the closing ceremonies, and it's time to go home. I get in my car, and I can't even get past 3rd Street in Van Buren without almost bawling my eyes out. Why did I cry at least 4 times in the past 2 days? Well, this is what we call PostCon Depression. Now, PostCon Depression is where you're just thrust back into the real world after having a great con experience, and you're like, I wish I could go back and just do that con over again and over again. Like, I miss the con so much, and so do a bunch of other people. Now I want to go to more cons. I want to go to Furries as well. It's pretty fun. I also got this anti-zoo badge because people who do nice stuff to animals are gross and they deserve to die in a good way. In a good way. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Now, before I end it off, I want to give my feedback on a few things about the con. First thing, going in between events or doing stuff in between events was boring. There was nothing to do in between events. I wish there was stuff to do because, like, in between panels, in between secondary events, in between main events, there was really nothing to do unless you're going to a room party or something along those lines. Like, if you just wanted to hang out in the con space, there was really nothing to do other than socialize and hang out with other people. And maybe give the sponsor lunch an actual sponsor lunch and not some brownies and vegetables. Like, maybe something a bit more, because that wasn't really a lunch. It was kind of just like a snack that you can get in between. We didn't really get a lunch. It wasn't really a lunch. It was more of a snack, like I said. I wish it was like a lunch and not some sort of snack you get in between. So I know this is a little different from my other videos, but if you enjoyed this little story time, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be trying to do more. I will be making more. I know I won't be trying. I will be doing or do be making more Arbinal content. I'll try to since school's back, and I may be uploading a bit less, so make sure to watch out for videos. Keep those notes on. And yeah, subscribe.